I would be a giant hornbeam tree. They have very smooth bark, they get really gigantic, and they're very easy to climb. So you can get up in all the branches, and you might be like 40 feet up in the air. I'd be John Sheska hornbeam tree.
If I were a tree, I would be a Japanese maple because they're flowy and they're full of life and energy and color.
I don't know. I was just saying I should be a Japanese maple, but someone's already taken that.
What kind of tree are the bonsai trees? I guess.
Oh yes, the bonsai
but that's
tree.
actually no.
Maybe a palm tree.
A palm tree?
A palm tree, because then I could read palms.
But you know, the bonsai tree is way too high maintenance, so that would not be me.
If I were a tree, then I would be a tulip tree because I like value, and that way you get 2 for 1.
Can we name flowers?
I would have to say that my favorite tree is probably a redwood because they're near where I live, and I like them because they're very tall. And I'm not very tall in reality, so if I were a redwood, then I'd be really super tall.
I would be the Asian lily because the Asian lily, you could like starve it of water for like 2 months and it'll still live.
If I were a tree, I would be a honey locust because they have feathery leaves and thorns.
If I were a tree, I'd be a green willow tree because they're tall and they're wide and they have droopy, beautiful leaves, and of course because I'm with Green Willow Books.
I'd be a lilac tree because my dear friend dedicated lilacs to me, and she, every time I pass my lilac trees, I think of her.
What kind of tree would I be, Matt?
A dogwood?
A dogwood.
A dogwood?
Something pink.
Something
Yes!
pink. All right. And what about you? What kind of tree would you be if you were a tree?
I'd go for the poplar. They, it's a nice wood, but it's very underrated. So.
See, I knew he was going to totally abstain.
See, actually, I know a little bit something about woods.
If I were a tree, I think I'd be a palm tree because I always loved palm trees and they're just different and big and leafy and well, I just like them. I don't know what else to say. Palm tree. I'm a palm tree.
If you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be? Well, a tall tree? A redwood? All right.
If I were a tree, I would be a birch tree because then I could be drawn by Watterson from Calvin and Hobbes.